Remember that.
Oi, good morning. This is our second filming today. Okay, what happened to the first one? Well, I forgot to format the disc on the camera, so I have to do this again. So
Yes.
it didn't get fully filmed the first time. So now we're going to start over. So we're picking up where we left off yesterday. Um, so we're here at Numbers chapter 30. And it starts off with Moshe spake to the sons of Israel according to all that Yah had commanded Moshe. Now you'll hear me say Yah. Now the point I'm about to make, Yah is spelled Yod Yod. You could see it up over my head on your screen. It's there every episode. And you'll if you look it up, it'll say Yod He Vav He, which some of you call Yahuwah or Yahweh or whatever you have come up with. Okay? It is Yod Yod. It is not an abbreviation. If you look this up and Google it with Yod Yod from the Hebrew, where did it come from then? Well, in our books, the books given by the Israelite, the black ones, the Uziel family of the priests, the scribes, they tell us that this is the true name of the Most High given to his children. However, it is replaced throughout the scriptures by Lord, capital Lord. Okay? And they replaced Allah with God. However, in our text, we see Allah a lot. Okay? Now, we're not discussing it. It's not up for discussion with anybody. It's not. You want to know why? Because if you look in the Hebrew text, Yod Yod is there. And it says Yah. You don't like it. You want to go follow what others say, please do so. We won't see you, and you'll never get delivered. It's okay. We can accept that. Okay? So if you come here and you want to learn about what we're talking about from the customs and traditions, you're more than welcome. Because every day that we read this, you're going to hear another layer of refinement of the law, and it's on a cycle.
Yes, it is.
What do you mean? We start with the law. So we've only started from Exodus chapter 20. We're reading straight through to Deuteronomy 34 and layering the books according to their timeline, right? So this is given out, this is 40 years after the coming out of Israel. So now they're having children and there's being mandated on how to keep the children in the law, in the covenant, and how to govern yourself. This law is to teach us judgment. We will go back after we finish Deuteronomy to Genesis and we will judge again all of creation and all the way back to the Exodus and have the first layer of the judgment of the law. And then we will compile the other books. So there is a book of the law, there is a historical book, right? And then there's witnesses, right? The historical book of the witnesses, and then there's prophecy. Now, prophecy is a whole nother case.
Right.
What you've been doing up until now is assuming that the prophecy happened at the time that the Most High said it. That's not how it works. It's not. You've seen it, right?
I've seen it. Yes, sir.
That's not how it works.
No, it's not.
What the Most High says and appoints to a time happens in that time. But you don't know what is appointed to which time. Not yet, anyway. And you have to compile the prophecies along with the historical books and refine it and purify it through the books of the law with the customs and traditions. So now this whole thing that we're getting ready to get into, we're just going through the law and we're getting some basics of the customs and the traditions. However, listening to this, you're not doing anything. Okay? You haven't learned the customs and traditions until you come and live them with us permanently. You understand, right?
Oh yeah, I'm living it. I didn't know nothing. That's the part you have to be able to come to accept. You know nothing. What we have done is taking the Christianity system and we have been applying it. If you're still in captivity, you've been applying it to what you think that you know to be the law. I'm telling you, you know nothing. You have to humble yourself and acknowledge this and be open to learn. Because we know nothing. Because if we knew it, we wouldn't still be in the state that we're in.
Right. And performing the law gets you out of this state. So we're taking up a collection, we're building a house. Now, when I say a house, I don't mean a house for me, a one family house. No, we're building a house. Like Gideon had 300 soldiers plus their wives and their children, that type of house. David did the same thing with his 300 men, and that consisted of the house of David. Right? And then each tribal head will have his house. What? Yes. The traditions is repeated throughout all the tribe. What you see in the house of David is repeated throughout all the other heads of the other tribes. So the house of Judah itself has its Sanhedrin and its head. The house of David just consists of the princes, the head princes to make up his. So it extends back.
You know, I'm glad that you said that because there is this idea that a lot believe that because they are Yehuda, that they're automatically of the house of David.
Nah.
And that is not true.
There's many of us, but it's actually the smallest tribe, the smallest clan, I should say, within Judah. It's the smallest, right? Now, if you are, then you're responsible, right? Anyone lay their lips to the claim that they are of the house of David, then you're responsible for contributing funds to the building of the house.
Right.
Don't worry, the donation is the link is in the bio. You're responsible for raising the funding for the building of the house. You're responsible for coming, and you're responsible for following order and suit. Right? You're saying follow order and suit. What? Yeah, because I've already proven the birthright. You haven't done that yet. You have to prove your birthright. Now I've already proven my birthright, and I'm sitting in the seat. Right?
And proving it is not through no DNA testing.
Yes, it has to be approved by the family. It has to be approved by the book. You have to achieve certain profit steps. You have to walk in the Ashura path, which I have walked for the last 8 years. And because I have achieved it, I'm sitting here talking to you because I know the customs and the traditions while I live here. And I am the one preparing for you. Should you be the one, then you're sitting here and you would be preparing for me. When I got here, there was nobody out here preparing for the people. So that's the commission of the house of David. And all sons that believe they are of the house of David is commanded to do the set apart work of contributing to the house to build it. We're buying a province, right? And having our own government here in the Heshemite kingdom of Jordan. Now, let the sons of David please stand up. This is if you think I'm lying, hold on. Before we go into this is probably one of the only times I'm going to do this. Okay? I'm going to do this just this one time, just this once. All right? I don't go into the law because we have to improve our judgment. Okay? But I'm going to do this one time. Rabbi Sheikh, what are you doing? I'm going to go ahead on and I'm going to read this one prophecy just this once because I said something and you can't say things and it not be the word. This is the price of your princehood, of your kingship. What you say has to be confirmed. So I'm going to confirm it. Okay? I'll be right back. All right. So I've said a thing, and now I'm going to confirm it with the words of Yah coming from Prophet Jeremiah concerning the house of David and concerning the king of the tribe of the house of Judah. Listen to the word of Yah, O house of David. Thus says Yah, judge justice in the mornings. First of all, every morning I have to awake and I have to judge justice, which is morning time here, and I do my classes. So I do this every morning. Judge justice in the morning and rescue the oppressed from the power of the one who oppresses him. Now, how does the Most High want me to rescue the oppressed from the oppressor? Oh, I know there's a law of redemption. And the law of redemption says, very simple, buy land, take your brother in, give him work, right? Don't put hard labor on him. Hire those of the land to do the hard labor and teach your brother how to manage. It's a law.
Right.
So, how do you get the money, O house of David? You have to do the same thing Moses did. You ask the congregation, and whoever be filled with the Holy Spirit in truth, not in Ebobo, he coming on a Honda.
The spirit of prophecy.
The one with the Spirit to fulfill the prophecy, who gives to the building of the sanctuary of what is needed, right? We have to buy land, multiple lands. We have to buy multiple housing. There's multiple housing projects to be built. This is not cheap. However, we are many. And because we are many, if the many give even a little bit, it's too much. But what do we have? You have to wait for the giving. Okay. So rescue the oppressed from the power of the one who oppresses him. Listen to this warning, house of David, lest my anger burn like fire and destroy, and there be no protection because of the wickedness of your deeds. Wait, my deeds? What did I do? You didn't rescue, you didn't contribute to the giving. What? No, the birthright fell upon one. That would be me. And I told him to tell you so you would know. Now you know. So I'm passing it on to you today. What? I just want you to know we're getting ready to go in. My conscience is going to be clear. In 2 weeks, it will be the Festival of Trumpets. And after that will come atonement. Then after that will come the Festival of Tabernacles. All in the same month. I just want you all to know. We've read about them,
Yes,
and
we
I've
did.
mentioned when they're coming up. Now I'm telling you, you're looking at about 2 weeks from today. Give or take, because the new moon is coming in.
Yeah.
So, here's what the Most High says to you, O house of David. Behold, I am sending my wrath against you, O you that dwells in the strongholds, in the fortified cities. What fortified cities is he talking about? Oh, you know, in the countries with great and strong armies and nations. Okay? That's a fortified city. It has defenses against the in the fortified cities, says Yah. You who say, who will go down against us, and who will come up into our palaces? And I will visit you according to the fruits of your deeds. What? Oh, we in the safe place. How are you in the safe place? And you haven't done what the Most High has said. We keeping the laws out. We got a camp. We 10,000 deep. That's not what the Most High said to do. The law says for us to buy land and to prepare to cross Jordan. Where's that written? Oh, I know where that's written. That's written in the book of Jubilees. But we haven't gotten there yet in foundations because we're still babies and we have to go through all of the law with all of the blessings and all of the cursings. And then we have to compound the judgment from the beginning. So we haven't gotten there yet.
When
Rabbi Shay, we don't want to listen to you. That's okay. Because the Most High said, in continuing this reading, where was I?
back at 21, you was just finishing up 21:14.
And I will visit you according to the fruits of your deeds, says Yah. I will kindle a fire in her forest, and it will destroy all that is around her. You want the Most High to kindle a fire and destroy all that is around you. Not around me, because I'm here doing what he said, how he said, from what he's written. However, you don't have this text. If you read it, I read from Jeremiah chapter 21,
11 through 14.
verses 11 through 14. If you read it, you're going to get some of what I said. However, I have it written exactly the way it comes from the Targums. But you don't have these books.
Rabbi Shay,
Yes.
when Yasharal came out of Mitzrayim, out of the west, They walked out, right?
Yes.
There was no mystical kidnapping, abduction. They walked out. Okay. Then also it says that they went to the Mizrahites and borrowed substances like the
Yes.
gold, silver. Wasn't this Yaya's instruction
Yes.
to them to do this?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I just making
if
sure.
you took out a loan to deposit it into this fund, and then we took this and we bought land and established the community, and you left, that would be correct. That would be the righteous thing to do. That's what the Most High says to do. Borrow.
Because that's what he said. He said borrow
Borrow
from
it.
them. Yes.
Borrow it from them. Borrow it and put it into this, into building this kingdom, into building this. Okay? Borrow it and put it here. And come and then learn and keep it. And keep the order and respect the one that the Most High sent to prepare to teach you, to help you, to educate you, because it was not your education that got you here.
Right, because when the sanctuary was being built, it came from what the people had borrowed.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I just making sure
Now
that he's the same
the
Yah.
sanctuary is the
Safe place.
Okay? Sanctuary, safe place. The sanctuary must be built. Who has to build it? The house of David.
Yes.
In order for the house of David to build it, they must build it in the right place. At the right time, according to the instruction, which is why I am here in Gilad or Gilead.
Yeah, because
I'm in Gilad,
this is where we supposed to build it.
and I'm doing the same thing that Joshua did and said. I'm telling you, the land is truly flowing with milk and honey, and we can go in. Only let us keep the instructions. Now let's see how many false and wicked reports we get. So now the Day of Atonement is coming. If you are watching this video, please feel free to share. Share with whoever you like. I'll never go viral. Okay? I'm prohibited from going viral. It will never happen. Okay? However, they allow me to post and you're watching it. So use these to teach whoever that you think might be Israel to come. Okay? So Moses spoke to the chiefs of the tribes. Now, when you see Moses, Moses is king at this time, and he's talking only to the chiefs of the tribes. So there are all of these tribal chiefs. Moses is king over all. However, each one has command over his jurisdiction. Judah to Judah, Levy to Levy, everybody has their jurisdiction. So when Moses talks, he talks to the heads, and the heads of the tribes will disseminate this throughout their people. And this is the tribes of Bani Israel, same as is written in the Quran.
Right. No Hebrew Israelite.
Right. Bani Israel, the sons of Israel. Now, this is the whole congregation,
Yes.
but everyone in charge and everyone of blood is a blood son. Okay? But it's to the whole congregation. This is the word which Yahweh has spoken, saying, a man, a son of 13. So a 13-year-old boy is no longer a boy, he's a man. When he shall have vowed a vow before Yahweh, or have sworn an oath, saying, I will withhold from such a thing which is permitted to me, he shall not be allowed to relax his word at his own will. So, to teach your sons to bond their words. This is how you bond your son's words. If he make a promise at 13 and you hear of it, you ought to make sure he keep his word. Period. No compromise. This is what it is. There is no compromise of this. You will make him keep it. Daddy, I'm not playing the game for a month. All right. Come on, let's pack it up. What? No, that's what you said. That's what it is. Don't relax his word. This is to teach him to bond his word. Now, there is a second step, a second layer. Nevertheless, the house of judgment, the Bet Dinah, can absolve him. So you will take him to your sheikh and say, oh, my son has made a vow, and now he want to break it. And we have a formal, traditional court session. We know that it's a light matter, but the importance is instilling the order and the governance to the laws, customs, and traditions. So we will take the matter with seriousness, and we will go through all of the rituals, the coffee and the tea, and the discussion, and the reading of the law, and everything for this light matter that he will know in matters more serious than this to take them with seriousness, with deep consideration. So we start at 13 grooming our sons in the law, in the procedures of the court, and in the matters of judgment.
That's what this is what it means. Train up a child in the way it should go. Yeah.
This is one of them, and this is starting with the son. Right?
Right.
Nevertheless, the house of judgment, Bet Dinah, can absolve him. If they absolve him not, whatsoever, anything that has gone out of his mouth, he shall perform. This is how you bond. You said this, you're going to do it.
Right, and the father can't absolve him.
The father cannot. This goes for me, even me and my son.
Right.
Okay? My son. Now I'm king. But my son, he have a teacher. His teacher is his judge and was appointed by the Most High. The teacher is my brother. Even I'm over him. But I understand that with my son, he have to train with his teacher. My son. This mine. I cannot absolve my son if he give a word. My son is like, what, 15 now? I cannot absolve him if he give his word. My teacher, I have to go and sit down and have a court case with my son and his teacher. So there's no respect of persons. It don't even end. So now Moses is saying he has to do this too with his sons. Everybody have to do this practice. No, we have to go to the sheikh. Only the sheikh can remove this from him. If not, you have to keep it. All right? And the female who has not passed 12 years, when she has vowed a vow before Yah and has bound herself in her father's house until her 13th year. So she's 12 years old, going on 13, and she's in her father's house still. And her father hear her vow. So on the day, the father hears the vow. When he hear of it, and whatever she hath bound her soul, if her father be quiet and speak not to her, then every vow and every bond which she has bound her soul shall be confirmed. So your daughter's 12, you have to make sure. The boyfriend, there's no boyfriend. Boyfriend is engaged. After engaged, boyfriend is engaged. We don't have this dating. She like him, she want him. Now the one that she like is interested in her. And she says, oh, this my husband. It's going to be my husband. It's going to be her husband if you sit quiet. All it takes for this young man, okay? It don't take much. Food, eat some sandwich, clothes, buy her some socks, some shoes, a shirt, a scarf, anything. And sex. He has fulfilled his covenant to the woman, to covenant her to him. That's law. Now, if you read the law with us, we've covered this in Exodus, and we've covered these vows in Leviticus. Here they come again, compounding the issue, but refining it out to show you, listen, there's more to this, and it's as small as this.
Oh, quick question. Okay, okay, this is my husband and everything. Is it at this point that he gives the dowry, or is the dowry
The dowry can come at any time.
Okay.
So you say what? When she's doing this, and now he take her out to the movies and buy her some McDonald's. Then they sneak off somewhere. They're making some sex. She's covenanted to him by law. Because you allow her to have this boyfriend. There's no boyfriend. This is engagement. Now she's married. She's covenanted to this young man.
Betrothed.
Right?
Yes.
Now, after you find out that she's done all this other stuff, now we have to come to the court and we have to make all the other corrections. Right? We have to get you your dowry. We have to get her a mahar, a gift, right? For all the stuff that you feel like your daughter was worth and she deserved. But at the same time, her vow will stand. Because you heard it and it was cute, she got a little boyfriend.
Wow. Boy, oh boy, we are so far from our way of life.
But this is the law. And we just here, and I'm telling you what it is so you understand.
Yes.
And that it be known. And this is a girl 12 to 13 years old. Now, can she be younger? Yes. And no matter when you hear it, as a father, you nip that, right? No. 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 Your husband have to come here. We have to make an agreement. The family have to make an investigation. He have to give you this gift. You let her know from the door what the steps are. This way, she don't open her mouth to bind her soul to something, or you're teaching your daughter to be a whore, a harlot,
a hoe.
A hoe. Okay? Now, I explained all that, and people think I made it up. Let's go read verse number 6. But if her father prohibit her on the day that he hear it, see? And not being prepared to confirm, annul it after he has heard it, then no vow or bond that she has bound upon her soul shall be confirmed, but is remitted and forgiven her before Yah, because her father made her free from the authority of the vow. He has nullified to her the power of the vow. So,
Right there, black and white.
you thought I was making it up. I'm just telling you because I have exercised this in the court a few times. Like, vows is one of the most important things to understand because it is the one thing that comes to court a bunch of times. Now, notice over his daughter, a father does not have to come to the court. His word is final. Okay? We'll be right back.
Change the bad.
All right. So, picking up where we left off. So the father has the vow over the daughter, and he can change and annul her vow without coming to the court. The son has to come to the court. What is the difference between daughters and sons? Why does the father have the power over the daughter, but over the son he does not? Your son is going to become his own man. He may remain with you, but he will go into the service of the kingdom. So he has to know order. Okay? Your son has to know order. When I say the service of the kingdom, I mean ours, the kingdom of Jerusalem, not anyone else's. So he has to know order. He has to know the functionings of the court. He has to participate in the functioning of the court. He has to work in agreement with and accept the rulings and the judgment that comes from the court. Okay? So your son cannot be a lone wolf. Okay? That's not how it works. The daughter, however, she goes from the father to the husband. So she has to learn how to take the instruction from the head of household. Period. She has to learn to take instruction from the head of household. So now let us see what the scripts have to say. And if when she has been taken by a husband, see, a vow be upon her, and her lips have expressed that which is binding upon her soul while in her father's house, and her father have not absolved her while unmarried, then when she has been married, it shall be confirmed. So now it is telling you, if she has made a vow to do a certain thing in her father's house, and now she is married, she is now taking a husband, that vow still stand. It have to pass on, and now the husband have to confirm that she keep this vow. Now you're saying, when you talked about vows before, you talked about the young girl getting married. Yes, but that also goes for every other kind of vow.
Wow.
Every other.
You know, sitting here listening to this, and I have to be very honest, I'm kind of pissed. And I tell you why I'm pissed. Because the system there that we grew up under encourages removing the fathers from the homes. And then the mothers have agreed with the system. And then us daughters who came up without the father in the home, excuse my language, but we're fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm very, very pissed because a lot of things I could have been kept from if I had my father in the home. And those of you who stay in that system, you are continuing this sin going from generation to generation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of pissed right now, because I know when my parents separated, I wanted to be with my dad. I didn't understand why it was so heavy on me of wanting to be with my dad, but I wanted to be with my dad. And the courts said that I could not be with my dad. I had to be with my mother. You know what I mean? And then I wind up being out of order the majority of my life. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of pissed right now, Robert Shake. And this should be pissing you off who's watching, because you feed into that system, taking the fathers for child support court and keeping the children away from their dads because the man don't want you no more. And, this should be pissing you off, because look how deeply we are against this law. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know. I see it every day.
Yeah. This
So
is
again, here's some of the things. Okay, so we've read all the way from Exodus, and we're now in Numbers chapter 30, and we're going to continue on to Deuteronomy 34. So we got another whole book to go. Now, when she talked about her parents divorcing, I want you to understand where the judgment sits when a wife divorces the husband. The children remain with the husband. The wife goes out without anything. So in the case that there's quote unquote irreconcilable differences under our law, because those children are due an inheritance from the fathers, they're due an inheritance from the house of their fathers, those children remain with the father. And the woman can now go and be with whomever she wishes. This is only once, one time. After she chooses, that's it. She can never go back to that husband's house. Okay? And seeing the children is negotiated. It will be whatever it will be. However, this is our law. Now, I can tell you right now, if this law is exercised, a whole lot of relationships with children get reconciled quick, fast, and in a hurry, because the majority of women who birth children do not want to part with them. But it's the seed of the father. It is not the seed of the woman. Okay? Oh, but the woman shared. Yes, that shared experience is to create the bond necessary to keep the family together.
Yeah, you won't be so apt to leave knowing that you can't take your children with you. Yeah.
You're going to leave the man, and you're not leaving with anything except for whatever you came with. So in our law, there's no alimony. There's no child support. The father supports the child. He keeps them. Now the woman is free and she can go pick another husband. Maybe this man is a monster. Maybe he's going through crazy issues and he's violent for unbeknownst reasons. We can't get any peace. We can't get any amicable way for them to work together. Okay, so this is what we have, and that's fine.
And you know, Roche, I've had people ask me, well, what about your children? What about your children? My children are grown adults, but I had to accept the fact that they are their father's children. My kids are with their dads. They're their dad's seed. Yes, I'm their mother, but you know what? Their inheritance is with their dad. So whatever outcome has to be,
It has to be.
It has to be. I can share with them about our laws and the commandments and things like that, but same time, they're their dad's seed. I did what I was supposed to do. Did I do it all the way right? No, I did not. And I do tell my children over and over, your mom did not do what was right. I did not know better. Please forgive me. I ask my children all the time to forgive me because I didn't do what was right. It was a hard pill to swallow, but I have acknowledged it and I continue to acknowledge. But my children are with their dads.
Mm.
And I didn't even know that I was following the law.
There's a law for that.
You know?
So now continue in verse 8. So now you know the stipulations
Yes.
if the daughter makes a vow in her father's house. Now we're going to go on to the next stipulation, which I mentioned. But if after she is married, she make a vow and her husband heareth, okay, and on the day that he hear it, he is minded to confirm it, okay, and is silent to her. Okay, so if you hear the vow and you don't say nothing, you don't confirm it, and you don't deny it, you silent, then her vow and the bond which she has bound upon her soul shall be ratified. That is confirmed. It is bound upon her soul. Okay? But if her husband prohibit her on the day that he hear it, then the vow which is upon her and the utterance of her lips. So whatever she has said, then the vow which is upon her and the utterance of her lips, which bound her soul, are remitted and forgiven her. So the husband can cancel a wife's words. You can cancel the promises, the vows, expectations. You have the right to cancel these things on the day you hear it. You simply can just say, no, 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 not like that. You see? No. No is okay. It's not a bad thing to say, no, 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 that's not right. No, no, wait, no, no. We can't go that way. No, no, no. You can't do this. No, 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 that's not good. No. You simply say, no. No, I don't agree with that. Well, it's not exactly like that. This is you now canceling any wrong thing said by your wife or your daughter. Okay? But if while she was in her husband's house, or while she has not attained to marriage years, she had vowed or bound her soul with the bond of an oath.
Oh, you skipped 10.
I skipped 10.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we all need to hear this one.
Okay. Yet the vow of a widow or a divorced, whatever hath bound her soul, shall be confirmed upon her. So now you understand, you a widow, right? A widow, your husband has died, or you divorced, you single, living alone, okay? You don't have no husband, nobody to take care of you. Whatever you say is confirmed upon your soul. You're going to have to be held to that. Okay? And that's for the court, because now when you come into court with your agreements and this and that, well, you're going to be dealt with like a man, as unto men are dealt with. All right? But if while she was in her husband's house, and while she had not attained 2 marriage years, she had vowed or bound her soul with the bond of an oath, which her husband had heard of, and had neither spoken nor prohibited her, or had died before she was married, then all her vows shall be confirmed. Okay, what did that just say? So if she was vowed, right? Betrothed to a man, right? And in being betrothed to him, while getting ready to be married to him, that man dies before the wedding day. She's still bonded to that family. She has to now marry his brother. Redeem the kinsman law. She goes to marry the next of kin and to raise up a child in the name of the man who is passed. In his name is that child raised, and to that man's estate, his portion of the family property. All right? Where am I?
Verse third. Oh, you got to finish up 12
Yeah.
and all the obligations.
And all the obligations with which she had bound her soul be ratified, and her father shall have no power to absolve her. So again, after this vow or this bond, this covenant or this oath has been agreed upon, though her husband or her betrothed die, the father cannot cancel the agreement. Neither can the court. Okay? Just want you to understand how powerful covenants are.
Yes.
So if this was, she was supposed to marry, I don't know, Ali or something. Okay? Brother Ali. And Ali died, and now she have to go to Jariah. Well, she's going to Jariah now. Ali's brother. It doesn't matter. What you covenant to her, to this family, to receive from this portion. Now he's died. She have to take the next one. Where's the scripture example for this? So you know this is advanced judgment now, right? Onan and She was Tamar was betrothed to Onan. Onan decided before he would get married, he was going to take a battle and go to war. And before he went to war, knowing he was betrothed, and then he died, even though he had not enjoyed his wife yet. So then Onan dies, and now have to raise up a son in the name of Onan to take Onan's estate. Didn't think that this was a good idea. He didn't mind taking the woman and having sex with her, but he didn't want her to get pregnant and then to raise a son to his brother's name, because in his mind, he thought it was an evil thing. What? Why should I raise up a son when I receive my brother's estate in his passing if he don't have an heir? You see that? This is the logic. Rabbi Sheikh, it don't say that in the scripts. It does.
Yes, it does.
Because when you talk about the law of redemption of land, this is the law of redeeming land. We're talking about land, property, possessions, farms, servants, workers, the whole 9 yards. Wives, everything. We're talking about a possession. So this is the law of redeeming a possession. However, once this woman has this child, her and this child can now get this estate going, and she's free. She have everything from her son, right? Her husband's estate is now hers and her son's entirely. Right? And you're just now supporting it and raising up your brother's estate. And this is your wife, but if she don't really want you like that, you could take another one. Okay? There's may not be a whole lot of emotional love.
Right.
There is a commitment to the law and the customs and traditions. She may not really like you like that, to be very sexual with you. She may come time to time. This is the reality.
And so when we read about Onan and him spilling his seed, he wasn't killed because he spilled the seed on the ground. It wasn't for that. It was killed because he did not honor the law
Right.
of redeeming his brother's house.
So he didn't want to redeem the brother's house, right? And so the whole entirety of the Redeemer kinsman law is not for the woman and her sexual needs.
No.
It's about raising the seed to raise up your brother's house, to reestablish his name and his possession to the kingdom.
And that's what
Now, when you forsake your brother's house, the Redeemer kinsman law says your name will be blotted out. Blotting out your name means also blotting out your life and your inheritance from the kingdom. So now everything now goes another way.
And we see that with Ruth and Boaz and his brother.
Same thing. So now the Most High, in the case of Tamar, she has twins with Judah. Okay? One they called Bani. All right? But he have twins, and these two twins, became the house of Judah along with Salah. Okay? So, Judah's possession was divided into three family branches. Those three family branches still remain today. That's it. So there's three family branches in Judah. All right, Bani, Fadet, and Salah. Okay, those are the three family branches of Judah. All right.
Verse
But if her husband release her on the day that he hear, if the husband release her, cancel it. No, no, no. Whatever her lips have had pronounced to be a vow or a bond upon her soul shall not be confirmed. And if her husband had annulled them, and she not knowing had performed it, she shall be forgiven before Yah. Ta-da! So there's forgiveness before Yah. If she even went and did it already, and the husband said no, but she didn't know. Okay? So now she can say, oh, I promised to buy so-and-so something. The husband's like, no, don't do that. And they was like, yes, no problem. We solved it a different way. But then she went and bought it, not knowing that the husband did this, and it went out. You don't punish her. She has forgiveness because she don't know. Okay? Every vow, every oath, every bond to chasten the soul, her husband may ratify, confirm, or annul, cancel. But if her husband was silent, silent is consent, and consented when he heard from one day to the next, then all her vows and all her bonds upon her are ratified. By his silence, he has confirmed them. For be he was silent on the day and consented and absolved her not on the day that he heard. Okay? You silent, that's a yes. Okay? We'll be back right after this. Ooh! We're back. All right. So if you're silent, it's a yes. It is confirmed. She must keep it. Nobody is going to change anything. Nobody. You cannot undo it. Okay? But if absolving, he would absolve her one day after he heard, there is no force in the absolution. And if he then nullify the word, her husband or her father shall bear her sin. So if you hear it today and you cancel it tomorrow, you heard that?
Yes, sir.
You hear it today and you cancel it tomorrow, then it is on the husband or the father to bear the sin. One day late. So no is good to say on day one. No, wait, no, wait, no, wait. No, wait, no, wait. What is this? No. I don't consent to this like this. Don't wait. Well, let me think about it. I get back with you tomorrow. Then what is said, whatever it happens after this point, you bear the sin as the man, whether you be the father or the husband. You said what? If you just heard it today, you're good. Let me make that clear. Wait, I'm just hearing about this right here, right now. What happened? What is this? Oh, no, I don't consent. You understand? I'm hoping you understand. Good. These are the publications of the statutes which Yah commanded Moses on these matters. Publication. You see that word?
Yes, I see it.
You see that word? So when we're discussing the writings of the text, and we have these laws of covenants, and the laws of covenants are the laws of also vows. These are in writing. They're in writing, so you understand what you're getting into. Okay? And if and when you can get out of it. Okay? There has to be an in and an out. And these are between a man and his wife, and the father and his daughter, in the day of her youth, in her father's house, but not in the time of her youth. You say, what? What does that mean? There's a reason why it starts at age 12. Yes, you're doing this when she's younger, but you're not taking it seriously. When she turned 12, you start to take this very seriously. That's the law. I don't care how you feel. Oh, it's a pedophile. This man, he's touching this girl. She's 13. Listen, according to our law, the Most High says, listen, when this girl is 12, she can get herself into a whole marriage.
Right.
A whole marriage at 12. Right? Now, I'm not for raping, but we have an issue within our community because we have girls the age of 12 getting pregnant by young boys. That's not okay.
Right.
Oh, it's okay. They was messing around and he was 12 and, he feeling himself. They feeling, no, that's not okay.
There's an obligation of marriage.
There's an obligation of marriage now.
That's right.
He was 13. She was 13. Now there's an obligation. You have to deal with this. Okay? So that's what that says. Now, we'll deal with chapter 31 on tomorrow. So that's chapter 30, Numbers, and it's all about covenants, vows, oaths, and bonds. It's how we bond our words. Okay? It will start with men as young as 13 and with daughters at the age of 12. A daughter is judged in her household, while men are judged in the court. Women who are widowed or divorced are judged in the court. Okay? This is how the judgment works. Why? Because there is an order. That's why. If you don't like the order, you want to make up your own, well, you're everywhere you want to be right now, so make it up.
Right.
Make it up right here, right now. Do it your own way and let it be good for you. You understand what I'm saying? That make it up. And if you're going to make it up, then you deal with all the problems that come with making it up, like you're doing right now. In America, this government system is all made up. They do whatever they want, and the only thing you can do is sit on the sidelines and talk about it. like a commentary. You know what I'm saying? It's a commentary on the sidelines, but you have no power of yourself to do anything for yourself or your people. The house of David does, however. Okay? Go to Jeremiah chapter, 21?
Yes, 11 through 14.
11 through 14. The Most High commands the house of David to redeem the people. Now, the instructions on how to redeem the people is simple. I'm asking you now to give of the foreign currency, and we're going to buy back land. Buying back the land so you can come live here. I'm not saying buy back land and you buy your house. I'm not worried about buying the house. We're not buying the house. We'll build the buildings. We'll build the houses. But the first thing I have to do is establish the economy and establish the aliyah system, the system of return. So you're going to need an income monthly just to sustain you. You're going to need food daily to sustain you. And you're going to need a place to sleep, a place to live while you are here. Without those three things, you're not going to be able to make it. You need work. Why? Work is, you're not working to generate the income, you're working to build the economy and build the community. You, in coming here, become a official. An official what? I don't know. That's up to you. You become a governing official over something because you're here to build and develop the nation. So we have to continue building because we have to keep bringing back more people. So we have to build more housing, buy more land, buy more livestock, because we must produce everything of ourselves for ourselves, becoming completely self-sufficient. That's what the law and the instruction is for. So if you claim you from the house of David, you had better be given. Otherwise, you a liar and you're not of the house of David. And the Most High will kill you, because even claiming the house of David, there is an oath, right, made by our forefathers that is still must be kept. And I'm keeping that oath in doing this class, in buying the land, and in doing what I'm doing. I am keeping the oath of my father. He said, one of my sons will do these things. Well, I decided to do it, and I found nobody else from the house of David doing it. There's many claims, but there's none of them doing it.
No.
How you know? Because I'm sitting out here, and I've been out here looking for somebody else to be doing it, and there was none.
You know, a lot of them think they don't do it until they get in the land, when that's not the instruction. It is done before.
Right. You read
going
it.
To the land.
You read it yourself.
Yeah.
You start here to organize, order the people, and build a house. There is a specific instruction.
Right.
Build the house. Which house? It's the house of David, but technically the Most High calls it the house of Josiah. But, you know, I try not to get into all of this because processing the judgment and processing the law, it takes time. And you guys really just aren't there.
And, you know, as well as there is a ordering of the appointed one. You can't appoint yourself. Can't nobody else appoint you, no priesthood, none of that.
So
There is an order.
here's the law of the appointed one, okay? The one appointed does the appointed thing,
That's right.
and the appointed thing is appointed for the appointed one to do.
Right.
Okay? So if you
Yes.
cannot do the appointed things, then you're not the appointed one. If you do the appointed things, right? You may start, then you're the one appointed.
Yes.
That's how it works. Okay, that's the simplest form. But believe me, it's very deep, it's very complicated because the appointed thing must be done at the appointed time.
That's the key. At its appointed time.
So there is an ordering.
Yes.
Okay, so right now, this is the redemption of the people time, right? So now we have to take the wealth of Egypt that we have, take out loans if you can, and buy and contribute to the buying of the land. In the meantime, you still have to get your passports and prepare to leave. When are you expected to leave? Around August, September, around this time. You may want to get out. If you can get out sooner, that'd be great, but you're going to have to make larger contributions for larger portions of land for yourself and for other groups. You cannot come out here and rent. Well, you can, but you're going to be very unsuccessful.
Right. It's not going to be very beneficial.
No, because you can't work. Right? And if, you're on a fixed income, you have to ask yourself, what happens if and when the Most High does bring the fall of our oppressors, the fall of the oppressive countries? It's going to cut off your arm of support. So you have to establish yourself here where you're going first. And you have to have a complete system from the earth to the market. You have to have that complete chain done. So this is what every nation has done. This is what I was trained and taught to do. Establish this complete chain for your people and put them in various places and positions to ensure its success. To feed yourselves and others that may want to join with you or help work with you or support you or just looking for work. If you complete the chain, then it will build up very rapidly and you'll be able to help others and grow and expand into the fullness of the kingdom which you are. But I know how much y'all love money. And I know how hard it is for you to, make deposits because you're afraid. But what if somebody run off with the money and what if they steal it and blah, blah, blah. And to that I say, well, keep it in your pocket. You're not allowed to give with contrition. So keep it in your pockets. And I'm telling you what will happen so that you know. You keep it in your pockets and you move however you want. You are free to do so. There is a curse coming, however. The Most High says they will curse their money and throw it in the street.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter to me. You say, well, what about you? No. I'm not like you.
Right.
I'm not like you. Every dime I have goes into this. Every dime I have goes into the kingdom, into building. And I have already networked myself in. I'm not like you. When I tell you I'm building for the kingdom, I really am. Like, I am connected. You're not. I am your connection because I am the one with the birthright appointed over you to do this for you. However, if you don't accept and you waiting for some pasta Or you waiting for some mystical sky Negro to come down and save you? Okay, just wait. It don't matter.
And the thing is, this here is the kingdom building. This is building the kingdom.
And we have to build it every brick from the ground up. If you don't know, I'm just informing you. I know this may be difficult for some, but it is what it is. And I just have to just share the truth with you. Okay? There will be no mystical sky Negro. All right? I promise you.
Or a spaceship, kidnapping, abduction.
The Most High promised that He would build it small.
Yeah.
From one to many. It's small. And I'm starting small. It is just me and the priest. Where is the priest? Don't worry about it. I know who the priest is. It's not who people think the priest is. There is a priest.
Yes, it is.
Even the priest might not know
he's the priest. Right.
That's a whole nother situation.
Yeah,
but there is a priest.
Yes, it is.
He knows the priesthood too. But he don't know he's the priest.
Right.
But don't worry. One step at a time. One day at a time.
Yeah.
That's today's class. See you all tomorrow.
One.